Guys, it's me, Laura, Crocheting Whovian. How y'all doing today? It's Thursday, September 21st, so it's about 13 days since I last podcasted. I'm trying to keep it the every 2 week mark, preferably on Wednesdays or Thursdays, so that I just keep to a schedule. I'm wearing my crown again, because I'm royal. Um, yeah, so like I said, every 2 weeks. Probably gonna be doing it every Wednesday or Thursday. Every other, I should say. Yeah. It's been a quiet 2 weeks. Nothing really happening. Nothing really going on. Um, just been staying home, laying low, being staying to myself, kind of thing. I joined a few VKNs and I had a blast with some of them. Um, but that's about it. A week ago yesterday, I went and got a new tattoo. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw it, but I'll show you guys now because it's in a very not so conspicuous area. It's a semicolon for anybody who doesn't know. The Mickey ears are the dot, and well, you know what that is. Um, Basically, it's for anyone who survived suicide or contemplated suicide and suffers from mental illness. It's Project Semicolon. I unfortunately fall into that category, so I wanted to, you know, represent. I know I don't really talk about my struggles here all that much, but I'm open to discuss them if somebody really wants to know them. I try not to put it out there on here because I don't want to bore you people. Basically, this is a knitting podcast, and I don't want to be a Debbie Downer. But it's been a quiet 2 weeks. The weather hasn't really been that great. It's either raining or hot 1 minute, cold the next. I don't mind like cold as in like 75 degrees, but I don't like cold weather. I like it warm, I guess you could say. And I like warm to extremely hot, which is weird because I knit, and you would think that because I would want to be able to wear my knitwear. But yeah, so that's about it. As far as announcements are, I'm going to make a few, but I want to jump into one major announcement. Yesterday was the day that I volunteered at the Ronald McDonald House. It went amazingly well. I had, by the end of it, with a few donations from you guys, I had 62 or 67, I don't remember. It was in the 60s toys, and they all went. Some kids got two depending on the size, but I didn't stop them from taking more than one if they really wanted them. So now is the time. October 1st is when I really started for next year. I'm hoping to have more than that next year, but you never know. I could have less. Depends on my speed and if my hands cooperate. But I'm always taking donations, so if anybody wants to donate, just the matter of fact, there's a thread in my Ravelry group where to send the donations to. But it was really, really nice. A lot of the people didn't understand that they were for just for the kids to take. Excuse me. So they would come up to me and go, how much, and blah, blah, blah. I was like, no, they're yours. Take what you want. I'm not going to charge them. It is what it is. I make it for them so that they have a cuddly little pet, or whatever you want to call it, stuffy, to cherish and, just brighten up their days. I had a few donations from some people, but for the most part, I made them. Now, I don't show them on the podcast. Maybe I'll start, but as fast as I make them, because I'm down to making maybe one a week, sometimes two, depending on the size, a week. And because of my hands, I used to make three, possibly sometimes four a week, but I'm down to one or two because of my hands. And they go right into the donation box. Matter of fact, the donation box is in my old bedroom. In my parents' house upstairs. It's in my old bedroom, and I'd go up there and I just throw them in, and that's it. And it went from being twice a year to now being once a year. So that's going to help me a lot too. But I enjoyed seeing the look on the kids' faces. I enjoy doing that, and I enjoy just making them happy and just, giving them a reason to smile. But it was a success. I got a lot of people telling me that I should not be giving these away. I should be selling them, but you don't do these things. Well, I don't do these things, I should say, to make a profit off of. Once I start making money with it, I think it will stop being fun for me. Now, I mean, don't get me wrong. If somebody needs something like for a present or something like that, and I feel that they're knit worthy, I'll make it for them. I don't have a problem with that. And if it's someone wanting it for a gift, I'll charge them what I think is fair, but I'm not out to make serious cash off of these things, especially since I don't really use my own designs. And before you ask, this is not a pumpkin spice latte. I am basic, but I'm not that basic yet. It's not the season for it yet. A couple more weeks. October 1st becomes my season for pumpkin spice lattes. Anyway, but yeah, so Fred is speaking. Fred being my tummy. And it was a success. And I, for lack of a better term, it was fun. I got down. I played with the kids. I mean, the best I could, depending on who was sick from what. And I mean, you have to be careful with that stuff. But needless to say, it was a good experience. The kids enjoyed it, and I can't wait to do it again next year. But with that said, let's jump into the other announcements. Well, first, let's go into what's in my not so very pretty mug, I guess you could say. I stopped at Starbucks on my way home, and I got the salted caramel mocha latte. Ooh, I couldn't think of the word. I did not want a pumpkin spice latte, but this is really good. So that's what I'm drinking. And I have a can of Coke here too. Got triple the caffeine, I guess. My crown is on again, though it looks crooked, but my head's not I don't know. It looks like my head is crooked. I may take it off because this little part up here is tickling my head. Matter of fact, let me take it off now. Okay. So I feel like I'm boring you people right now because I'm so like monotone. Let's go into the announcements. The first up is the Taurus versus Hare. Now, guys, it's going strong. There's about 8 or 9 days left of it, depending on when you watch this. And turtles are severely in the lead by, I want to say, at least 20 to 22 finished objects. Now, how I calculate it is, I go into each 3 of the groups there because there's 2 co-hosts. This is my favorite of my alongs for the year. I host it and I ask co-hosts. Usually without, hesitation, I always ask Penhook and Needles because it's Talia's patterns and it's, combining the 2. So they're one of the co-hosts. And the other co-host is Brittany B-Wing of the Comforting Crafts group. She does not have a podcast, but she does awesome charity work in her group. And I love her. She's awesome. So I go into their groups and I go through to the thread and I bring up all the images. And I only count finished objects. Now, with that being said, if the person posted in my group, in Penhook Needles, and in Brittany's group, yes, it gets counted 3 times. Because technically, they're each separate threads. However, in my thread, and in their threads too, because they're basically following the same rules that if you make a Talia pattern, it counts for double chances. 1 finished object only counts. So that's how I'm doing it. And I don't remember if I explained this to you guys or not yet. But basically, that's how it is. Now, for me, for instance, if I posted my turtle in Penhook and Needles, I posted it in B-Wing's group, and I posted it in my group. Let's say it's not my group, okay? It'll count for 3 different finished objects because it's 3 different groups. Basically, you guys can understand that. But with that, it doesn't make it more or less. But bunnies are bunnies. Turtles are turtles. Regardless if I counted it 3 times or once or whatever, it's still going to be the same amount up because it's that amount of finished objects. So basically, turtles are winning again. And I'm happy about that because That means I don't have to make a chunky bunny. I don't want to make bunnies. The next bunny I make, however, is going to be Valeria the Dutch bunny, and that's going to be a gift. I am not willing to do it any other way because it's a bunny. I don't want to make bunnies. Bunnies are evil. Turtles are the best. That's why they're winning. And Talia, Franciscan Gypsy, you better be prepared because you will be making a Chunky Timmy. I gave you the option between Chunky Timmy, Chunky Biddy, or Chunky Tara, and you chose Timmy. You still have time to change it to a Biddy, though. But that's still cheating. That is cheating. So, yes. That, again, you only have about 8 or 9 days, depending on when you watch this or when this goes up on to finish. But, I mean, it's a fun little along. It's, like I said, my favorite for the year. And, we just have to... Excuse me. Ooh, just gotta take it the way it is. Turtles are far more superior than bunnies. Tortoise versus hare. Tortoises always outsmart the hares. But I do have to say this. I am very fearful that all these bunny people are waiting to the very last minute and they're going to throw out a bunch of bunnies. So in my secret projects that I don't show in the podcast, I have a lot of secret turtles happening just in case that happens. I'm onto you people. That all I have to do is put them together. And I'm not putting them together until I know that I have to. Don't worry, I'm not the only one that thought this. There's someone else just as crazy as me. Family diva. Excuse me. Anyway, on to the next one. My next knit along is the Easy A knit along. It is the Easy A pattern by Lara Smoot. It's a fun little knit, and I have 2 going in here that you will see. These are all my works in progress. My whips, in case you didn't know. It's a fun pattern. It's a mindless pattern. It's an easy pattern. And hey, if I can do it, anyone could do it, basically. And it's just a fun knit. And that ends on Halloween. Okay. Next up is my group is the Undead Whip It Along. And that ends on New Year's Eve, 12/31. And it's a year-long event. Basically, just bring out your whips, work on them, show progress on them so I know that you're working on them, and show it at your FO whenever you're ready. And that's basically it. That I am co-hosting with, well, I am a co-host. It is Undead Yarn, Nitty Girl, Undead Heidi's brainchild, and I'm co-hosting it along with Jeanette of Bookish Stitcher. The Bookish Stitcher podcast. Wow, I just tongue-tied. I can English, I promise you. And last but certainly not least is the PHN Cardiac Read Along. You have about 8 or 9 days left of that too, depending on when you're watching this. It ends the same day as Tortoise versus Hare, which is September 30th. Basically, anything knit with red or pink, just to show cardiac awareness. It has to be predominantly red or pink. 1 whip per project per week, 1 FO whenever you finish it, and that's about it. I suggest going to their groups and checking out their rules, but basically that's their basic rules altogether. Now, lastly, starting October 1st, I believe it's October 1st, I could be wrong. I don't remember when I said it for. I am doing a Christmas gift along. Basically what it is it's never too early to start your Christmas gifts. I started mine in July, but this is the last swing at it, you know. You have 2 months to complete them, and that's it. So October 1st starts the Christmas gift along, and basically all it is you're knitting or crocheting projects intended for Christmas gifts. It's going until New Year's Eve, 12/31, and just same rules apply. 1 whip per project per week, 1 FO whenever you finish it. Anything made with Lady Fernicle Creations yarn or Dragon Horde yarn, Tristan Molina's yarn, are going to count for double entries. Any one of Franciscan Gypsy Designs patterns are going to count for double entries, which is good because honestly, it's the same time as PHN's Toy Along. Now, I make a lot of toys for Christmas, so that's right up my alley. But if you're making toys toys and they're going to be Christmas gifts, double dip. It works out well. If it's shawls and stuff, I mean, just anything made in Marlisha Lady Fernico Creations yarn and Tristan of Yarn Cafe Creation, the Yarn Cafe, Girls in the Yarn Cafe, excuse me. Whew, that was hard. Hard yarn, Dragon Horde yarn is going to count for 2 too. Now, if you make one of Talia's patterns with either one of those yarns, it counts for 4. That's basically how it's going to be. That's how I am. That's how I roll, yo. So that, I mean, lots of chances for prizes. And I have already some awesome prizes that have been donated. Next podcast, you'll see the winners for Tortoise versus Hare. And you'll see the prizes, obviously, because I haven't shown them really. Because I've been, rushing through this. But with that being said, I'm sorry, it's itchy. It's only been a week, so it's starting to scab. Why don't we just jump into my whips? The first one, I'm going to show the bag. And that is, I have, how many? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 10. Okay. The first one up in my medium Silver Shed USA Jekyll and Hyde bag is a test knit. I have not yet named a shawl because I don't know if I'm going to keep it the way it is. I may frog it. I'm not feeling yarn for this project. I may frog it and use a different yarn. This yarn, so far, every project I made it with, it's just not working for me. And I don't know what it is, but this is after 3 times frogging it. I attempted it again today. This is it, basically. What I started maybe a half hour before the podcast. And it is called the Twinsy Shawl by the Cat Lady Designs. It is, Andrea, this pattern is amazing. I've read through it. I've worked through it. I got about just like 30% of it done, and then I had to frog it because it was just not working. The yarn wasn't working for me. So I switched the yarn again, and this yarn's not working for me. So I may, I'm going to frog it again and make that my central thing. But the pattern is awesome. The yarn is Bakery Bears yarn in the colorway Disco Girl. Now, there's nothing wrong with the Bakery Bears yarn. There's just some yarn that work for some patterns and some don't. And that, to me, is a little thinner than the average fingering weight. And since I am such a tight knitter, I go up a needle size, so it wasn't working for me. So, with that said, I mean, I'm going to frog it. And I already have a yarn that you're going to see in my acquisitions that I think would go well with that. So, there's that. Okay, next up in my medium Silver Shed USA Kansas City Royals bag. This is one of my favorite bags, and I spilled coffee on it. I don't know if you can see it. Right there, that little dot. I gotta scrub it out. But is my pink Is It My Color shawl. The pattern is Changing Staircase Shawl by Tristan Molina of Dragon Horde yarn from Girls in the Yarn Cafe, and the yarn is Dragon Horde yarn in the colorway Luna. I literally casted this on today during a VKN this afternoon, and this is what I have done so far. And the needles are my signature needles. Well, one of my pairs. I just ordered another pair today. See? The yarn is gorgeous. Pink isn't my color. That's why I named a shawl that. But this, for some reason, I fell in love with this. And I can't. There we go. I love it. And the needles are my signatures. US 7, 4.5 millimeters. I actually just ordered another set of signatures in a US 6. I couldn't think of the word. But this is a paid for pattern now. It was free for a little bit. I bought it though. I love the pattern. This is actually technically my 3rd one being made. Because the first one I had a frog when I was 3/4 of the way through it. Let's not remind me of that one. I cried. I literally cried. Because I'm not good with lace, and I dropped a stitch, and it was just bad from there on out. Okay, next up in my April 9 Designs Whale Bag is my Scully Girl cowl. The pattern is the Upstairs Downstairs cowl by, I don't remember, and the yarn is Miss Babs Kiara in the colorway Scully. I'll tell you now who it's by. Paula Iman's Fusel. I got a lot done on this one, actually. This was my car knitting for a couple of, when I went to the outlets the other day. And it's all, I don't know what's happening here. I'm in the middle of a row, that's why. Like literally middle, not like, you know. And it goes this way. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm such a dumpster. Now, I'm actually doing the pattern the correct way, so you may see that now. Maybe not. But here's the yarn. Staying true to color. This is actually a Christmas gift, so works out well. See? Told you, it started my Christmas gifts already. And I'm doing them on a US 7 4.5 millimeter Chalgus. I'm ready for bed. I'm that tired today. Okay, that's that. Next up in my large Silver Shed USA Deep Dumpling Batman bag is my Holiday Days shawl. The pattern is Easy A by Lara Smoot. The yarn is Miss Babs Kiara in the colorway Peppermint Bark. I didn't do much on here. I mean, I did, but I don't know if you guys are going to be able to notice. Sorry about that. These are my signatures too. I just started the second part of the lace. I love this pattern. I absolutely love it. I cannot get enough of it. That's why I have 2 on the go, and I have the idea for my 3rd already. In case you guys want to see what it looks like. I mean, you've seen it because I've done a few of them already when I was test knitting them, but that's the pattern. I don't know why I'm yawning. I'm sorry, guys. That's rude of me. Okay. Next up in my Erin Lane Sheeple Doctor Who bucket is my Gypsy the Timid Turtle. The pattern is Timmy the Timid Turtle by Franciscan Gypsy Designs. The yarn is Marigold Jen in the colorway Gypsy. I've gotten a lot done on this. I am just about at the color change for the shell. It's such a fun pattern, as you can see, because I have like, if you notice, there's a few turtles missing up there because they went to Ronald McDonald House too. But yeah, I'm having fun with it. And this is going to be the bottom of the shell, which is red heart, and this is going to be the face and legs, if I could get it out, which is another red heart soft. Okay. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Okay. Ooh, I almost dropped it. In my Stitching Plaza Harry Potter bag is my Mermaid in Pink shawl. The pattern is the Waltz Shawl by Anna Burns, and the yarn is Yarn Cafe Creations in the colorway Mermaid Mini Skirt. I did a lot of work on this. You can see that now. That's all I have left of the yarn, but I'm just about almost through with this pattern. I'm actually halfway through it. This is where I was the last time we met. This is where I am now. Look at the peanut butter and jelly. These are on my Knit Pro Zings US 6. This is a Christmas gift. But I love this pattern. I could make this pattern over and over again. It's a very fun pattern. But not for the yarn. The speckles in there are gorgeous. See if I have the pattern in here. There you go. It's an asymmetrical shawl. I've only recently started liking asymmetricals. The first asymmetrical shawl I made was the Yowza. I think it was Yowza 4. I didn't like that one too much. I didn't like the construction of it too much, and I have a tendency of getting bored, so I didn't finish it completely, and it just made it out of whack and all that. So yeah. In my medium Silver Shed USA knitting chickens bag. This is one of my favorite bags because of the chickens. I don't know why. Look how cute that is. Is my Mr. Boombastic shawl. Mr. Boombastic, fantastic. Sorry. Makes me think of Shaggy. And the pattern is a Sulfage shawl by Anna Burns. And the yarn is Lolo Did It in Everyday Sock and Boombastic. I did some work on this. I did a few rows, maybe 10 rows, because this is where I was. Actually, I think I did more than that because I don't believe this was very far on the needles when we last met. But this is my mindless knitting when I'm watching TV. This is what I work on. The yarn is gorgeous too. It's the Everyday Sock though. And I don't know how I feel about the Everyday Sock being a shawl. But it's soft, it's squishy. Then I have a few of the Everyday Sock ones that I wanted to make shawls with, but I think I'm going to end up making socks with instead. And get them in Lolo's favorite, which is an MCN. I haven't decided yet. In my Erin, no, the rest are all Erin Lanes. In my Erin Lane Larry the Foul-Mouthed Sheeple bag is my purple vein hat. I got a lot of work done on this one. I did maybe 2 rows. This usually stays in the car. And I take it into doctor's offices with me and stuff, but I haven't been going to the doctor because my mom, oh, I didn't tell you, my mom's out of the brace, so I don't know if I told you guys that or not. And I just haven't been in the car, so there was no reason to knit on this. But now I'm almost at the end of this row, so I'm gonna just knit it off right now. The stitch marker I'm gonna show you is not one I made. I'm just throwing it out there. I did not make this one. It was made for me by a very talented woman, Lara Smoot, along with the hook that I showed you guys last week. It's a whale turtle. Love it. And the progress keeper I have on here is made by Simply Serving HK. And it's a little sea turtle. But I am a few inches away from starting the decreases. I'm hoping to have this done for Rhinebeck because this is what I want to wear for Rhinebeck. This is the yarn. The yarn is Miss Babs. This is the sockhead hat, the purple vein hat. The pattern is Socket Hat by Kelly McClure, and the yarn is Miss Babs Yummy 2-ply in the colorway Ariana. It's really pretty. But I want it done for Rhinebeck because, and now I got fiber up my nose, because Rhinebeck is right around the corner and it's perfect for it. If not, I'll be working on it at Rhinebeck as I'm walking around. In my Harry Potter Erin Lane Sheeple bag is the Barnyard hat. The pattern is the Rusty Barn hat by Christy Houghton of Girls in the Yarn Cafe fame and the Yarn Cafe Creation yarn. The yarn is Dragonfly Fibers in the colorway Horton Hears a Who. Now, literally, I started this yesterday. Literally. Yesterday evening, as my stitch marker falls off the thing. I don't know where it went. It's okay. I'll pick it up. But, This is it so far, and I believe I have laddering happening here because of it. But that's it so far. I love how the yarn is striping on its own. But this is the yarn. And I don't know if you guys can see it. That turtle right there is made out of a skein of it. The top of the shell. So yeah. That's a fun knit. It's a free pattern. I highly recommend you guys checking it out. And last but not least is in my Erin Lane large sheeple Doctor Who bag. Doctor Who quotes bag is the I Put a Spell on You shawl. The pattern is the Easy A by Lara Smoot, and the yarn is Sweet Tea Yarns by Molly Klein Designs. The colorway is Grape Soda and I Put a Spell on You. Okay, first of all, let's do this. Secondly, I am just about at another repeat. This bottom color is I Put a Spell on You, and this one's Grape Soda. What I'm planning on doing now is I'm going into the next section, so I'll switch back to this one and work that one for a complete section, and then switch over again. This, because it's 2 colors, it's taking a lot of brain power for me. So this one wasn't worked on really. Maybe did 5 or 6 rows on it, which is fine, but you'll see why in a second. I was concentrating on one particular shawl that you'll see in my finished objects, but I love this pattern. I love the yarns. I'm going to take them out of the bag now and show you. This is Grape Soda, and this is I Put a Spell on You. They work very well together, and they smell so pretty. Whatever wool wash she uses, the wool soak she uses, it smells so good. But this is what I plan on working on tonight, so I'm going to leave this out. And that's it for works in progress. I told you guys, this is going to be a very short podcast. Maybe not. One more announcement before I go into acquisitions. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you check out my Instagram feed. I am doing a D-stash sale. There'll be more up there, I want to say Saturday or Sunday. I sold a few, traded off a few. Whatever's gone is marked. So just, if you have any questions, just hit me up, private message me or something. But I'm not going to show you the yarns because there's a few, and I don't want to take up your time saying, well, this is this, and how much, and how much. No. If you follow me on Instagram, they're all on Instagram. I plan on reposting again in the next couple of days, just in case. But just check it out. It's interesting. I decided to do a little de-stash because my thing is, if they've been in my stash for over a year and I haven't looked at them, I haven't touched them, I don't need them. They're not going to be used. That's how I look at it. Okay. All right. First up are the 2 project bags I bought. Actually, first up, forget that, is my shawl that I finished. I finished my changing staircase. Now, this isn't Gen finished because it's not blocked, but it's finished. It's off the needles. The pattern is Changing Staircase by Tristan Molina, and the yarn is Bad Wolf Girl Studios in the colorway Always Be a Mermaid. I absolutely, positively love this pattern. Now, it has to be blocked a little, but it came out really, really nice. This one's for me. The next one's a Christmas gift, but these are my colors. Anyone knows me, knows that these are my colors. So that now has to get washed and blocked. It's just been raining, so I have to block outside because I don't have enough room in my apartment to block in here. So I have to wait for the weather to be just right. Okay. First up are the 2 project bags I got. Sorry, my dog's barking. The first one up is this cute little fall bag. And I forgot where it came from. RFB. I'm going to check now, guys. So if you hear me clicking, that's why. Random fandom bags, I want to say. You're going to load. Oh, I have such a headache. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that out loud. I'm sorry about this, guys. This is from Random Fandom Bags. It is a medium bag. It fits up to 6 skein of yarn. 6 balls of yarn, I should say. And it's so cute. It comes with a matching notions pouch, tea bag notions pouch, and a little handle there. And the fabric is what drew me in. And she included a nice little progress keeper of a scarecrow. That could stay out now. But I loved it. I fell in love with it. And I'm going to actually make a zipper pull for it. I'm looking for Thanksgiving, like, fallish charms. So once I have it done, actually, come to think of it, I could probably do this. And I can. There you go. See? And then this one is by Hook by Hapsness on Instagram. I was on a VKN. Now this VKN was awesome. It was just amazing. And it was hosted by Jen. I don't remember her Instagram name, but yeah, that's why I said Jen finished. And while we're on it, one of the girls, Kendra, said that she has an Etsy shop, and I went in there and I bought this because it's got tractors and plows and farm stuff, and we all know how much I want to be a country girl. So there's that. And the bag is awesome. It's made awesome. I highly recommend checking her out. I'm going to actually link to her store in the show notes in the thread, so be on the lookout for that. Now, there's a lot of yarn here because for 2 weeks it's accumulated. First up, let's go through the Dragon Horde yarn because she had a nice giant sale and I took advantage of it. And yeah. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Tristan, Dragon Horde yarn, talked me into making a Freya Fade. Freya Fade's the smaller one, right? That one, the smaller of the fades. Not the sweater, it's the Freya Fade. And she talked me into doing it because I was so against it because I was like, I don't want a schlanket. Schlankets are not my deal. Either I want a blanket or I want a shawl. I don't want them combined. It's just not for me. And she told me, no, flat out, it's not like that. You have to make this one. Well, she didn't say you have to, but she said she knows my types of shawls, so she told me I would love it. So I said, all right. And I buckled down and I bought the yarn. Now, these are my faded colors. It's going to go from this, faded into this, faded into this. And these are all Dragon Horde yarns. This one is the colorway Pumpkin Juice. So pretty. This one is Rusted Sea Glass. And this one is Wassail. Wassail? Is that how you say it? Wassail? Tristan, tell me if I'm saying it wrong. And then she happened to have others other way. I made a shawl out of this one already. And my best friend loved it. So I bought another skein of it to make her something out of it too for Christmas. And this one is Drop That Beat. And last from Dragon Horde yarn for now, because I have more coming in, is the colorway Always. Now they're all on all 5 of these are on her fluffy sock base, which is 75/25 for 162 yards. It's so squishy, so soft, and they passed the sniff test. Speaking of which, the project bags passed the sniff test. Now, some people know what that means. I got 2 yarn boxes in the midst of this all. And I get my yarn boxes from Yarn Tree UK. She does themed yarn boxes, and some are Harry Potter, some are My Little Pony, some are Supernatural, some are Doctor Who. She just takes the fandoms and does that. So I got a few of them, and I get about 2 or 3 a month, in all honesty. So these are the ones that I got recently. This colorway is, if I can find it, Jack and Ianto from Torchwood. I love this one. Now, I used to be getting hers in DK because I was all about the DK. And I'm still all about the DK. The problem is I have such an abundance of DK that I have no more room for it. And now that I'm making like fingering weight shawls and I'm making socks, I asked her if I could switch it to fingering weight. So now these are all fingering weight -1. This is the last of the DKs, and I'm so thankful for that. This one is the colorway Prisoner of Azkaban. Look how gorgeous this is. This is definitely going to be a toy. I already know which toy it's going to be. Next up from Yarn Tree UK is this one, and this one is the Enchanted Ceiling. I love the yarn soak that she uses. And if I tell you what it is, she'll kill me, so I'm not going to tell you, people. And this one is the Winchesters. This is Supernatural. Oh, I love it. Pass the sniff test. Next up is, and I was going to try to fit this in with my fade. You guys tell me if it works. Because it's going to, I was going to put it in here, like right here. But I don't think it works. I don't know. It was going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe it does. I think it does, but I could be wrong, but we'll see. There's actually another skein that Tristan just put up today that I have in my cart that I'm debating on getting because it will go good with the fade. But this is Sweet Tea Yarns by Molly Klein Designs, and the colorway is October Skies. Oh, I love it. It's so soft and squishy. I have more in here. I can't really see it. This is just a random skein of worsted weight that I want to make a hat out of, and it's Marigold Jen in the colorway Street Graffiti. I'm going to make a bank hat out of this, and I specifically wanted this colorway for that reason. I love Marigold Jen. Yeah, okay. Next up is from Lolo Did It, and it's in her Everyday Sock Base, and the colorway is Beetlejuice. These I was going to cast on Halloween for socks. And then I got this one, and this one is going to be a shawl. This is from Bad Wolf Girls Studios on Etsy, and it's on her Twinkle base, and it's 75/20 and then 5 Stellina, and it's 462 yards, and the colorway is Wicked. Actually, you could see it. I love it. This is going to be this is actually going to be my changing staircase. The other one I'm making is for a gift. Okay. Next up is my Neely's Knits in her Super Sock Base. Excuse me. And the colorway is Monster Mash. It's 400 yards, 80/20, and it's shelf striping. But I saw that I got this one then, so this one's gonna be my Halloween cast on. I am a member of the Dragonfly Fibers yarn club, I guess you could say. It's not every month. It's like every 2 or 3 months, I believe it is. I don't remember, but I get the invoice, they send it, I pay it, and that's how I know I'm supposed to get it. This month the pattern is a cowl, and it's a 2-tone cowl color, and it's these 2 colors. The first one is Mossy Oak, and the second one is Tamarack. I believe these colorways are exclusive to the club. I could be wrong though, but I love them. I'm definitely going to make the cowl out of these. I am also part of the Teeny Button Harry Potter club, and it's basically a you get a blind skein. It's the Harry Potter Mystery Club, and this was this month's, and it's full of puffed skeins. It's gorgeous. I love it. I hate the crinkle. And last but not least, I was watching Bakery Bears, and she was talking about these yarns, and she said Missouri, but it was Kansas actually. And I needed to have it because I want to make a thick pair of socks with them. And this is King Cole Drifter, which is it's DK, and it is 25% cotton, 6% wool, 69% acrylic, and it's 329 yards each. It's wicked soft. This colorway is Kansas. I got 2 balls of these. And I got 2 balls of this colorway, which is California. And that's it for acquisitions. I know I had a lot. I'm sorry, guys. But like I said, it's 2 weeks, and I've been taking advantage of not going to Shenandoah, because I was going to go to Shenandoah, and I changed my mind at the last minute. But that's about it. It's been an interesting 2 weeks. I can't wait to catch up with you guys again, and there will be show notes in the thread. Feel free to leave comments and everything down below. Yeah, I'm not going to get into that. Yeah, that's about it. Just, I'm not going to feed the trolls, basically, is what I'm thinking. But, any questions, concerns, or comments, leave below. Go to the Ravelry thread. Hit me up on Instagram. Down below is my link to Instagram, my link to the Ravelry Group, and the link to my Facebook. Feel free to friend me on Instagram or Facebook. If I don't accept you, that's because I don't know who you are and you don't have a profile pic. If your account is private, I request first and before I accept, because I want to know who you are. Because my Instagram is not just for the podcast. It's my personal Instagram with my family and stuff on it. So my private life. So I guess that's why. Something just fell. But other than that, everything's done. I want to thank you for watching, though this was a very subdued episode. And I think it's because I'm tired and I have a headache. But I shall see you in 2 weeks. Until then, have fun, everyone. Happy knitting. Happy crocheting. Bye.